If you're a parent and you want to have more money for yourself and your family, I'm going to need you to turn off Miss Rachel, Bluey, Gracie's Corner, and whatever it is that you're into, because in this video I'm going to go ahead and tell you exactly what you need to know about the child tax credit. So what is the child tax credit? The child tax credit is probably one of the best tax benefits that the IRS provides to families and people who are looking to go ahead and raise children. And depending on when you're watching this video, you can actually receive $2,000 per child. So let's get into the exact requirements that you need to know in order to be able to qualify for the child tax credit. So number one, relation. It's going to be based on your relationship with the child, and depending on the relationship that you have, that's what's going to be able to qualify you for the child tax credit. So what are the qualifiable relations that you can go ahead and have to be able to qualify for the child tax credit? So with this credit, you can go ahead and do this with a biological child. It could be a stepchild. It could be a foster child based by an authorized agency. It could be an adopted child as well. Next, you're going to want to understand the residency of the child. And as it relates to residency, what you need to know is that the child must live with you at least for more than half of the tax year. Now, there are exceptions to that rule, such as school, military service, or vacation. And there could be special rules as it relates to divorce or separated parents, where the actual child can still be able to be claimed as the child even if they're not living with the taxpayer during the year. Another important requirement is citizenship. And in order to qualify for the child tax credit, the child must be a U.S. citizen, U.S. national, and U.S. resident alien. On top of that, the taxpayer must provide a social security number for each qualifying child on their tax return. The next requirement is going to be support. And essentially what you need to understand is this: the child shall have not been able to support themselves for more than half of the year. So basically, you as the parent, you're taking care of their living expenses, their education, and anything that comes with being able to raise a child. The next requirement is going to be dependency. And what that means is that the child must be claimed as a dependent on the tax return, and that's going to impact the eligibility and how much money the taxpayer is able to receive on their tax return. So let's go ahead and break this down and actually break down the numbers so you can actually understand and see how much money you're able to get per child with your specific situation. So as it relates to the child tax credit, as it says in the name, it is a tax credit. So if you're not aware of what a tax credit is, a tax credit is literally a dollar for dollar reduction in your taxable income. So unlike deductions, which just reduces your taxable income, a credit literally reduces your taxable income, what you end up owing at the end of the year. And depending on the type of tax credit, you can actually get a refund for that particular credit. So let's say, for instance, at the end of the year, you owe $3,000 in taxes. So if you receive a $1,000 credit, what you can do is now only pay $2,000 in taxes owed for the year. And as I mentioned before, credits can either be refundable or non-refundable. And as it relates to refundable credits, you can actually get money back by qualifying for a refundable credit. So for instance, let's say you still owe that $3,000 in taxes, but then you happen to have multiple tax credits during the year, and let's say you end up receiving $5,000 worth of taxable refund credits. Well, in that case, that $3,000 is going to be eliminated, but on top of that, now you're able to get a $2,000 paycheck from the government by qualifying for this refund. And you get to get a $2,000 paycheck from the government just by being able to qualify for that specific tax credit. Now, at this point in the video, you're probably wondering, like, how can I be able to save even more money with my children and build generational wealth? And that's why I created this video over here, to help you understand exactly what you need to do to be able to pay your kids through the business and take your business, your life to the next level. See you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe and like. Take care.